Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, Indicom probing killing of man who allegedly pulled a gun on police. The Independent Commission of Investigations has launched a probe into the fatal shooting of a man who allegedly pulled a gun on a police party in Lake Spence, St. Catherine Thursday morning. The deceased is 23-year-old Richard Thomas, a laborer of Lake Spence. It is reported that about 5:30 a.m., members of the St. Catherine North Special Operations Unit went to premises occupied by Thomas with a warrant to search for prohibited weapons and in search of a person of interest. They were reportedly inside the house when Thomas allegedly grabbed a handgun from under a pillow on a bed and pointed it at the team. The police reportedly took evasive action and fired, hitting Thomas. A Glock pistol fixed with a magazine containing 4 rounds was reportedly seized from him. He was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Family denies allegations as cops fatally wounded St. Catherine man. The relatives of Richard Thomas are disputing the police's account of what led to the fatal shooting of the St. Catherine man during a police operation in Lake Spence, Spanish Town on Thursday morning. The police claim that Thomas was shot during an alleged confrontation with a police team about 4:30 a.m. and that a Glock 19 firearm and 4 rounds of ammunition were recovered at the scene. However, Thomas's family strongly disputes this account, accusing the cops of misconduct and a possible cover-up. I woke up at 5 a.m. Thursday morning and heard hollering and screaming in the yard, one of Thomas's aunts told the news. When we come out, them say police killed Richard, and me tell them Richard isn't a gunman or bad man. When we come out, we see pure police and soldier, and they're telling me we can't go in there. Thomas's mother, Carlene Dare, was adamant that her son did not have a weapon. My son didn't have no gun, she said. They come with warrant and them knock the door, and he opened the door. They searched and didn't find anything. They didn't tell us the reason for them to knock someone's door and search and not find no gun, but take his baby mother and child and lock them in the bathroom, she claimed. Persons close to the family are speculating that the shooting may be linked to a clandestine operation involving stolen gas oil allegedly smuggled from a bus company. According to those sources, Thomas's phone contained information that could implicate police officers in the illegal scheme. The allegations have added to the tension surrounding the incident, prompting calls for transparency and accountability. The police, on the other hand, insisted that Thomas was shot during a confrontation and that the firearm found at the scene was his. Family claims innocence after soldiers shoot a 17-year-old in alleged gun battle. The family of a 17-year-old boy who is currently hospitalized after being shot by the security forces is rejecting claims that he was among the men who allegedly fired at the police officers following an illegal gun salute in Grand Spence, St. Andrew, early New Year's Day. The teen is said to be in critical condition at a hospital in the corporate area where he is under police guard. He's handcuffed to a bed, the bleeding no stop. He's not yet out of the woods because him get shot in some vital places. Him still critical, a relative told the news on Thursday. The relative explained that the teen was with a sibling on their way to get food when they heard explosions. Him sister see him drop and she say, "Get up," and she saw blood coming from him. By the time she look, is the soldier them come over and put 3 more shots in the youth. She start say, "Oh, no can't kill my brother," and so she run off and start bawl out for help, the relative claimed. When them search the place, them no find no gun or spent shell where the youth was. So we get to understand that the youth them who did the gun salute, them just do it and walk gone. Them never stay one place, the relative added. The family told the news that they would be seeking legal recourse. Attempts by the news to get a comment from the Jamaica Defensive Force were unsuccessful. The St. Andrew North police are probing the shooting. A senior police source with knowledge of the investigation told the news that a joint police military team was on foot patrol sometime after midnight on Grand Spence Drive. The police say several explosions were heard in the vicinity of a lane that leads to Oddman Lane. When checks were made, a group of men opened gunfire upon seeing the police. The police returned the fire and an alleged gun battle ensued. Once the shooting subsided, the teen was found in a yard with gunshot wounds. The Independent Commission of Investigations has commenced a probe into the incident. INDECOM is also conducting investigations into the death of Imani Indian Simpson, also in the St. Andrew North Police Division. Simpson was fatally shot by the police in Boone Hall, St. Andrew. Reports are that he was among a group also engaging in an illegal gun salute to mark the new year. The police reportedly recovered one burst 9mm pistol containing 7 9mm rounds at that scene. The Jamaica Constabulary Force said 4 illegal firearms were seized in the first hour of the new year. 2025 opens with a killing of homeless man and hotel assistant manager. As most Jamaicans welcomed the new year in celebration and worship, 2 murders, one described as brutal, given that the victim was mutilated, left the family and the people who knew the slain men badly shaken. Ordained Christopher Lewis, a 39-year-old assistant operations manager at Royal Decameron Hotel in Runaway Bay, St. Anne, was shot dead sometime after 1 a.m. while they dismembered the body of an unidentified man from Central Village in St. Catherine, who is believed to have been mentally ill, was found on the street just outside the gates of a construction company in the parish. On Thursday, clothes and the bloodstains were seen at the spot where his body was found. People in Central Village who knew the homeless man expressed the shock at his killing. Some said he was not a troublemaker and they could not understand why someone would want him dead. One resident said that the man may have attacked someone in the area with a machete near Christmas and therefore surmised that his death may have been linked to that incident. Him always come and beg me a money. It's just the other day he said that I am a kind lady, and anytime him get enough money, him a go carry some and give it to me, one woman told the news. I don't know his name, but he's always walking around. It's a surprise to me, oh God. Which brutal somebody could do that? He wasn't a madman. He was just homeless. He isn't a troublemaker. He just walks around and beg little food and so forth. The last time I saw him, he was cutting across the road to go on the other side. Who could have chopped him up so? She lamented. In relation to the assistant manager, the news was told that after celebrating the arrival of the new year with co-workers and the guests at the hotel, he went home, and as he exited his Toyota Axio motor car, he was pounced upon by a gunman who pumped multiple bullets into his head and upper body. The news spoke to Lewis's relatives, who said that the family was shocked and devastated by his murder. It tore our hearts out, his father, Clifton Lewis, said. He was an easygoing, no-nonsense person. He was very quiet and reserved. He had no children, but he was working at Decameron for just under 10 years. He went there as a waiter and moved up the ranks to a dining room supervisor, then food and beverage coordinator, and then assistant operations manager, the elder Lewis shared. A female relative struggled to comment on Thursday afternoon, explaining that she still couldn't wrap her mind around the fact that he had been murdered. Despite not being able to say much, she still managed to share that she loved him very much. He was well loved by family members on both sides. He loved his job and was very passionate about it. He was very proud of his promotion last year around June. He got manager of the quarter because he was appointed in the position. He just took it on and gave it his all and began to receive commendations for it, she shared. He did his work properly. He was very neat and organized. Everything he did well. He was a loving individual, especially with family. He was so excited about his promotion, she added. Another relative commented that during a visit to Lewis's workplace after the murder, the management team and his co-workers spoke very highly of him. It was very moving when all of them said the same thing about him. They said you hardly knew which department he belonged to. He would see something that needed to be done and he just got it done. Even the guests spoke highly of him. He was well loved. As one of his co-workers said, not everyone is going to like every decision you make, but for the most part, persons really loved and appreciated him. Police have not yet identified a motive for the killing, despite the claims circulating on social media. From January 1 to December 28 last year, Jamaica recorded 1,138 murders, 259 fewer than the same period in 2023. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.